Substandard and falsified medicines are significant issues that cause negative effects and contribute to various health problems on a global scale. It is a substantial yet often neglected public health concern that is worried by the professionals. SF meds can potentially lead to worse patient outcome, increased burden on healthcare systems and economies, and give negative impact on morbidity and mortality. So, what exactly is SF medicine, and why does it pose such a significant threat? SF meds, substandard and falsified medicines. It refers to medications that are unqualified for sale in the market. This can include substandard, unlicensed, or falsified drug. Substandard, also called as out of specification. It refers to those authorized medical products that fail to meet either their quality standards or specifications, or even both. Unregistered or unlicensed means the medical products have not undergone evaluation or gained approval by the national or regional regulatory authority for sale in the market. Falsified refers to the medical products deliberately mispresent their identity, composition, or source. Recent research has shown that antibiotics use is 44% higher among those with lower income. However, according to Nature Communications, approximately 10% of antimicrobial used by humans in low and middle-income countries are estimated to be substandard or falsified. As antimicrobials are amongst the most commonly reported substandard falsified medicines, SF antimicrobials can be a major driver of AMR, antimicrobial resistance. What is AMR? Why is it so important that we have to know? Antimicrobial resistance. Let's dig further about it. Antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, is a growing concern in the world of medicine. In general, when facing with bacterial, fungal, or parasitic infections, antibiotics are in play to eliminate those harmful organisms within the body. Now, imagine a scenario where bacteria, fungi, and parasites are no longer respond to antimicrobial medicines. Nevertheless, they become stronger and able to withstand the pharmaceutical effect which intended to eliminate them. This not only makes infections harder to treat, but also increases the risk of severe illness and, in some cases, death. The Global Research on Antimicrobial Resistance project published data depicting more than 1.2 million and potentially millions more people die in 2019 as a direct result of antibiotic-resistant bacterial infections. By analyzing over 204 countries and territories, it was revealed that AMR now results in more annual deaths worldwide than HIV, AIDS, or malaria. It is evident that the current AMR situation is extremely severe.
Pathogens with short life cycles and high reproduction rates are the likely culprits in becoming drug resistant. As these pathogens multiply, the offspring may carry mutations, reducing their susceptibility to medicines, though elimination is rare. The longer the infection persists and the faster the reproduction, the higher the likelihood of these mutations occurring. Giving the right amount of medicine early in an infection can wipe out the weaker strains, with a higher probability of keeping the rare, mutated ones from spreading too much. This is especially true if the medicine leaves the body quickly. Think of it like this. When it comes to antibiotics, the usual idea has been to hit hard and hit early, a concept coined by Paul Ehrlich back in 1913. It's all about getting ahead of the infection as soon as possible. Therefore, substandard and falsified medicines pose a significant threat to public health and contribute to the rise of antimicrobial resistance. When medications are manufactured with insufficient active pharmaceutical ingredients, whether intentionally or due to production errors, they can be subtherapeutic, potentially allowing pathogens to survive and develop resistance. The issue is further compounded by the fact that the correct dosage of medicine, if not released at an optimal rate, can inadvertently promote the development or replication of resistant pathogens. Additionally, counterfeit drugs may contain marginally lower quantities of the specified API, leading to inadequate treatment and an increased risk of antimicrobial resistance. Counterfeit drugs sometimes use cheaper, older treatments, like chloroquine instead of the newer antimalarials. However, these outdated treatments are ineffective against newer, more resistant strains of pathogens. Using them again not only lets the pathogens build up, but also puts pressure against more effective treatments. When infections go untreated, there is a greater chance of transferring resistant strains. In that case, substandard and falsified medications may increase resistant microbe density and lead to onward transmission. Moreover, if someone uses fake drugs and then finishes a standard course of high-quality antibiotics, there is a risk of increasing antimicrobial resistance. Likewise, substandard and falsified medications that contain an excessive amount of API can lead to heightened toxicity, potentially prompting patients to prematurely stop their treatment. Given its significance in global health, it is crucial to promote awareness about the impact and threat of antimicrobial resistance. Raising public awareness is essential to prevent the further development of this crisis. Led globally by the World Health Organization, every 18th to 24th of November is World Antimicrobial Resistance Awareness Week. It is a crucial event with the aim to increase awareness of global antimicrobial resistance, in addition to encourage the best practices for using antimicrobials responsibly amongst the public, healthcare professionals, and policymakers to prevent the further spread of drug-resistant infections. Knowing the situation, what can we do? We can pledge to be an antibiotic guardian. As a health or social care professional, you can promote the implementation of antimicrobial stewardship guidelines or toolkits such as SSTF or Target within your organizations. You can also discuss with the prescribers the rationale for antibiotic choices outside of local antimicrobial prescribing guidelines and educate, if appropriate, the importance of following these guidelines. You can also address patient expectations for antibiotics in self-limiting conditions like colds, sore throats, and the flu. As a member of the general public, avoid disposing antibiotics at home and always take any unused antibiotics to your pharmacy for safe disposal, preventing antibiotics from getting into the environment and causing resistance developing in environmental microbes. Take any prescribed antibiotics as directed and never save them for later or share them with others. As students, respectively challenge your peers and other healthcare workers if a recommended infection prevention practice is not adhered to, and to use the eBug Young Adult Peer Education materials on drug-resistant infections, antibiotic use, and vaccinations to educate and inform your peers. If you would like to pledge today, here's our QR code linking to the Antibiotic Guardian website. For further information on substandard and falsified medicines, check out UCL Fights Fakes on Twitter and Instagram.